In this video, I'm giving you 9 surfaces you should always sanitize when you stay in hotel rooms or rentals or other places as well. Guys, I'm Dr. Jen. It's good to see you. By the way, these are things I do myself. And it's not that I'm saying that people who clean hotel rooms don't do a good job. It's just that I don't leave it to chance, or I don't rely on them to sort of sanitize the way I would like. All right, so let's start with the first surface I recommend sanitizing. That is the light switch. Yeah, that light switch gets nothing but hands. A hand to flip it up, hand to flip it down. So those light switches you absolutely want to sanitize. Moving on, let's go to the knobs, door knobs, but not just the knobs for the doors, but like also the bathroom door, the closet door, perhaps even knobs to dresser doors, drawers really as well. Okay, so knobs is going to be super important. The next thing, moving into the bathroom, I would say is the toilet seat. I will sanitize the toilet seat before I sit down on it and use it. Okay, yes, I know that housekeeping has very likely cleaned it, but again, I don't leave it up to someone else. I'm making sure that I'm giving it sort of like an extra once over. Okay, now you might be asking before we go on to the others, how is it that you're sanitizing these things? So let me tell you. All right, first thing I should tell you, by the way, is that cleaning, disinfecting, and sanitizing are different things. I know, who would have thunk it? I mean, I have a whole video, by the way, on the difference between cleaning, disinfecting, and sanitizing. I'll make sure that I link it here so you can check that out. Make sure you look at that after this because it's really, really important. And it will have you looking at the bottles of your sort of cleaning solutions in a whole different light. All right, but when we're traveling and we're on the road, this is the scenario that we're talking about, this is what I do, okay? If I'm able to check a bag, meaning put it underneath the plane, I can put sort of liquids and stuff in there. I will put Lysol in my bag, okay? And that's what I will use predominantly to sort of go through the room and sanitize as I'm sort of talking about, all right? If I'm not able to use like Lysol or some substance like that, making sure that I have hand sanitizer, because like an alcohol-based hand sanitizer with at least 60% alcohol, alcohol wipes, alcohol gel, alcohol whatever, that will help you as well. There's other options too, but that's just some things I use. And there, of course, there's soap and water. Keeping in mind that cleaning, disinfecting, and sanitizing are different, but I will leave that to you to watch the other video to learn more. Okay, so let's keep going down with the surfaces, all right? So we talked about the toilet seat, but this is the other thing. We're staying in the bathroom. I will clean the sink, okay? I'm going to clean that sink again, and I'm also going to get the knobs that turn the sink on and off, the hot and warm, etc. And while we're in the bathroom, let's talk about countertops, because I'm one of these people that I do not like to set my toiletries like on just sort of like a bare counter. That's not my own. I will clean the countertop, and then actually what I do is I will get like one of those, not the small washcloths and not like the big bath towel, but I'll get that medium-sized hand towel that they give you, you know, and I'll lay that out on the counter and I put my toiletries there. And that way, if my toothbrush falls out and falls on the thing, it's not falling on the counter, it's on like a towel. So that's what I do, all right? But let's stick with the countertops, okay? Going into the main room, I also will then clean the countertops on the end tables, because remember, those end tables next to the bed is where you're putting your keys, your phone, your watch, you're plugging things in. There's a lot of action happening there, so you want to make sure you sanitize that. And also get the surfaces that your TV sits on and any desk surfaces that you may be using as well. So super important there. Now, let's also talk about that remote control. Child, nothing but hands go on a remote control, okay? That's all there is nothing but hands. So make sure you sort of sanitize that remote control, okay? And then the other thing I like to do is the phone. Now, these days, you know, with like social media and our cell phones, I'm pretty much, if I have to call the front desk or whatever, make a call, I'm usually calling with my cell phone. I'm not usually calling with the phone in the room. But I still think it's a good idea to sort of sanitize that phone just in case it has to be used, okay? Now, let's talk a little bit about like dresser drawers and things like that, okay? I'm not a big one for putting clothing in dresser drawers. I'll tell you why. Actually, it's because I tend to be a bit out of sight, out of mind. I have left clothes in hotel rooms because I unpacked them in a dresser drawer and forgot to get them out. That is just me. That is just my problem. But the other thing is, usually dresser drawers seem pretty clean, and I'm not necessarily going to I'm not here to argue with that. But just consider wiping them down if it's in your heart to do. Again, I keep my clothes in my suitcase pretty much the whole time. Okay. I have another video on like little quirks that I do in hotel rooms, such as that. But also, let me tell you another quirk, a little preview of this other video I have. But when it comes to walking on the floor in hotel rooms, I do not do it in my bare feet, okay? It doesn't mean you have to wear shoes the whole time, which can be uncomfortable. What I do is I have a pair of like those house shoes that you can get like from hotels or whatever, and I just save them, and I literally put a pair of house shoes in every single suitcase I have so that I'm always prepared with house shoes. So when I take off my shoes, I come into the hotel room, I always just slip those on, and I'm always just sort of walking in the hotel room with something on my feet, not barefoot. I'll never forget that time I was in a hotel room, and I paid a ton of money for this hotel room. It was in New York City. It was years ago. It was for an event that I had to go to. The hotel room cost so much money, and it seemed so dirty. I mean, I was skeeved out by this hotel room to the point where I didn't have, this is before I had like house shoes to walk in. I literally put towels, bath towels, and made a trail from the bathroom to the side of the bed to like the desk, etc. And I had to ask for extra towels because I was just so grossed out by the whole thing. By the way, let me know if you've ever had to do that. I know I'm not the only one. It can be really gross in hotel rooms. I also want to know what you do when you go to hotel rooms. What types of sanitizing do you do? How much? What surfaces? What things? What is your pattern, etc. Because I think a lot of people do this, and what you write will give other people ideas as well, which of course is what we want. Let me know what you think. Please share this video with other people who could benefit from it. I'm Dr. Jen Caudle, practicing family physician, on-air health expert, and video creator. I do daily videos. Please subscribe to my channel on YouTube, like and follow my page on Facebook. I'm on TikTok, Instagram, WhatsApp, etc. Please follow me and go to my website. I have a free weekly health newsletter, drjencaudle.com. Just go to that website to sign up. Guys, I'm Dr. Jen. Love y'all.